Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to take our high clean transition and add it to a circle around the leg. This is a fun variation that I really like, which takes our high clean and turns it into a movement around the leg. This is very similar to figure eights around the body, reverse figure eights. This is in that juggling family of movements. This exercise is a little bit more difficult. It requires a little bit more skill with the hand. You have to have really good clean technique to pull this off, which means you have to be able to catch with your flat wrist with your elbow in and your arm inside on this line. And you have to have done a lot of figure eights forward and figure eights back in order to accomplish this exercise. We are going to start with a normal kettlebell clean to get it up. Keep your elbow close to your body, hike your hips back, stand up with your hips, keep your elbow close to your body, and catch in the proper catch position. Catch it all the way up. This exercise is difficult because it's going to require you to move your hand from this corner of the kettlebell to this corner of the kettlebell. High corner to low corner as you throw the weight off your body. I'm going to demonstrate and then we'll talk about it. Go to the other corner, around, and catch. Seems like it should be simple, but the key is going to be in this transition. When we go from our catch, we are going to get to the other corner of the kettlebell. High corner, low corner. High corner, low corner. High corner, low corner. And that is so that we have space for this hand. If you try to do this without changing, then your hands are going to stack on top of each other and it's just going to be generally difficult. Get your hand out of the way so this hand has a place to grab. High corner, low corner, transition, and throw it back up. High corner, low corner, transition, throw it back up. This exercise is a fun one. I like to set this up for time, like I do with figure eights, like with reverse figure eights. We are doing our clean, but we go behind the body, and then on that outside, we're essentially using the same muscle pattern as an uppercut. Because the kettlebell is traveling from inside our body line to outside our body line, we have a shift in core firing. One type of core firing at the bottom, at the top, cross-body stabilization. On this version, as we go through, you'll notice we are creating a big snapping rotation, which should start at the feet and bounce its way up through the body as if it's a big uppercut. We'll demonstrate it with the other side just for good measure. Get your hand to the corner of the kettlebell to start. Get it up any way you can. As you go through, transition to that lower corner of the kettlebell so that there's plenty of space for that other hand to get a hold. Transition, catch. Transition, catch. Transition, catch. This second hand down here is holding on this corner of the kettlebell. So our hands should not be catching over the top of each other. They should both have their own space. Coordinated skill is always our goal. We add complexity instead of adding weight. You can add weight, or you can add complexity, or eventually you can do both. You will see competition guys doing moves like this with 70 to 88 pounds. I've definitely seen a guy doing it with 88 pounds. It's very impressive because the catch is a shock load catch. You are throwing this and catching. This is a good catch to practice because it sends a shock all the way down through your body and you learn to absorb force. I like to take this exercise and put it in for time. Because kettlebells can stay up forever, you can practice your endurance weightlifting. The goal is to be able to pick up the weight and not put it down for 10 minutes. If you pick up a 20K kettlebell and you don't put it down for 10 minutes and you do 200 reps, you have done a lot of work. You have fired your core a lot. You have absorbed a lot of force through your hips. You have translated force. You will have a strong back. You will have a strong core, and you will be more athletically prepared. I can't think of a sport that doesn't use this little bop and dip. This has been Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica.